My uncle used to go for the ugly girl. Just so he could get the pretty girl. Because he's like, you get the ugly girl attention, all the pretty girls be like, why he ain't looking at me?
Nah, nigga, never.
Nah, he did it. Hey,
Nigga,
bro,
never.
it was the 80s. He's 65 now. He was the 80s.
That's a.
Bro.
Oh, I forgot my shades.
My uncle's 65. I've seen this man work. I've seen this man in action. Women our age, he be flirting, but he not that creepy flirt. He just be saying country shit because he country, and women be eating that shit up.
Country stuff like what? Give me some of them country isms.
He said something. What he say? He say, "Girl, you so fine. I like to lick you from your rooter to your tooter." And I be like, "Oh, you can't say that to girl." And then the girl literally be like, "When you want to do it?" I be like, bro. I be like,
not from the rooter to the tutor.
Like, she really, his favorite one. I blow your ass up for a treat. Bro,
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but it worked. It worked, man. Like,
I'll blow you up for a treat. I don't even know what that means.
Bro, I don't either, but he just be saying, and it be working. It really be working. Or like the subtle one.
How old is he? Let me ask that.
Right now.
65. And he be like out at the clubs, or like where did this be working at?
Grocery store.
Oh, okay.
We be in Lowe's, Home Depot. He don't care. Like his favorite line, like he always keep cash on him. So he don't do card and checks and shit. So he got a pocket full of money. He retired, military. But a woman would be like, that would be $30 or something. He's like, oh shit, I need to get a job application. Y'all hiring? If not, I can work the strip for you. And they just fall like it's like eating out the palm of his hand. I kid you not.
I've had a few. This is a great way to open a podcast. I've had a few people in my life that I've seen that like, no matter what they say, it just work for them.
Yeah.
And personally, I just chalk it up to women just think you that handsome. Because like some of the stuff that I've heard, and even what you just said right now, no average dude could just walk up to a pretty girl and just say that.
I think it's not just all about maybe not the looks per se, it's the confidence.
You're right about that.
I've seen ugly dudes.
You're right about that.
Say some. I think it's really. Well, I feel like it's like half and half. Either you gotta look good, or you gotta have the confidence, or you can have both. Because like even when I'm MCing and stuff, some of the stuff I be saying, I know I don't get away with it because women think I look good. Because I was like, if I was like ugly, they probably put a case on me.
So what you be saying?
Oh shit!
Don't jam yourself up now.
No, I'm not jamming it up. I'm trying to think. Like I say subtle stuff. So like if I see a woman with a big behind, right? I say, girl, you better stop dragging that wagon. And she'd be like, this thing, and she'll start twerk. I'd be like, Lord Jesus. Or like,
that's how you know you're a country dude. He said a girl with a big behind. Like Callie needs to be like, she got that on her. She got a big butt. This nigga said she got a big behind.
I heard this on Road Bounce, but it was like, girl must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. I said that one time. Them cougars went crazy. But tell you, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, it depends on. I've always said it depends on who you are and what you look like, and that determines.
That's true.
How your game gonna work.
That's true.
I've always said that.
No, I definitely believe it because I've seen, like I said, I've seen ugly dudes or like dudes that I consider. I'm like, he look lame, and then he walk in the spot, he talk his talk, and I'd be like, salute. So I think the biggest thing is not just looks. I think looks can also be your downfall. And I say that because I've had me being light-skinned, being biracial. You know, light-skinned dudes, we always get shit just for being light-skinned. And I think, like, being country, being light-skinned, I've had it to where I'm just being nice. Like, hey, how are you doing? I've had women be like, I'm married. I'm not interested. I'm like, well, I'm not interested either. I'll just ask you how you were doing. Nah, you over here trying to talk to me. I said, okay, first off, I feel like you projecting. Cause I'm like, I just asked you how you was doing. Or even something like, say you in a club and you trying to get by somebody. What you want me to do? Bulldoze you out the way? Excuse me. But I think it's just like, sometimes when you look a certain way, women automatically assume you want something from them, and that's not always the case.
And when you say I'm gonna open the podcast in a minute. When you say you look a certain way, what do you mean by that? Like when you handsome? Like what do you mean?
It could be handsome. You could be in a suit and tie. You could be wearing jewelry. You could just be a certain, how you want to say, you can look real player. I mean, that depending on where you from, yourself.
And before you keep going on that, because looking real player I could ask like, what does looking player look like? That's why I asked the question I asked before. Like what does that look like? Like what do you mean? Like,
so for me,
because you mentioned jewelry and stuff already.
Right.
So when you look like you somebody, or like what do you mean?
So I was
like when you look like you somebody, when you look like you got money, like what is like what?
I think it varies. So say like, okay, we'll go on the jewelry, right? So say you got jewelry on.
Okay.
It's not.
Because I don't remember the last time I seen you without a couple chains and a bracelet on.
And see, that's the thing. Like I wear it because that's what I'm comfortable in. Mm-hmm. But I think sometimes when women see that and I say they talking to you, they thinking, oh, he's wearing this to get my attention. When in reality, I'm like, I just like wearing this. Or like, say you got nice clothes. I mean, it's kind of like, we as men, we do certain things for the women, but I think it's to the point where like, it's got to the point where that's become the idea that say you just put that shit on for yourself. That's not what they thinking. Mm-hmm. They thinking more so like, oh, he trying to get my attention. But it's like, no, this is just what I do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
that's a much deeper conversation I want to get into. Let me open the podcast. Okay. We're going to have that conversation.
That's a good one, though. Okay.
We're going to have that conversation. Let me open the podcast. Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 96.
Yeah.
Episode 96. I'm Michael Flix. I'm here with my dog, one of my good friends. How long we known each other now, bro? Probably like 2 years now?
It's been about 2.
A good 2 years.
It's been
2 years.
2.
And I want to say, sometimes you meet people and it's like, you know what? He gonna be a friend on this level. Like I met bro outside.
Yeah.
And so it's like sometimes you meet people and it's like, okay, this gonna be my outside friend because I met him on that level. Like, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, when I met you, that's how I felt.
No, that's fair.
Just because I was like fresh off a divorce. I was in a certain space. So it was like when I meet people outside, they're gonna be my outside friends. And granted, you and I have never we've only really kicked it outside.
Yeah.
But I do consider you a friend.
Yeah, same.
I absolutely consider you a friend. So I will say, episode 95, my guy, one of the up-and-coming photographers here in San Diego, even though he's not from here, one of the up-and-coming photographers right here in San Diego, my guy Ryan. I appreciate you pulling up on me, fam. Absolutely.
Hey, always.
Hails from Florida, but he been in San Diego doing his thing for a minute now. How you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm cool, bro. You know, working, school, just trying to get my name out there.
I feel it.
You know,
I feel
it. San Diego, man. it ain't Florida, but you know, honestly,
Don't diss my city now.
I say this. I was skeptical about moving to San Diego because coming to the West Coast, because I'm one of those people, I don't like when people hype up stuff too much, especially if I don't really like you. And a lot of people would hype up, you know, San Diego, LA, the West Coast. And I'm like, man, everybody trying to do it. But honestly, I came, started learning the culture, the history. And I like San Diego. This is like home. I mean, trying to make it a home. You know, got my little Padres pull over and stuff. Started watching the baseball games. And
you been to a game yet?
Yeah, I've been to 3. And I've been all of them 3.
Any this season? Because we killing it this season.
Yeah, I think I went to one like a couple months ago. Nah, but
that's what's up.
No, San Diego, man. I like San Diego though.
Yeah. What's your we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. But what's your favorite thing about San Diego since you've been here? How long you been here? You said 3 years?
Since 2020, April 2020. 2021.
21. So about a little over 4 years now.
Yeah, damn, yeah.
What's your favorite thing about San Diego?
It's a melting pot. Being a biracial individual, black and white, growing up in the South, you see a lot of racism, prejudice, excuse me, that nature. So coming out here, it's pretty much a group for everybody. Whatever you into, especially like on the creative side, photography, MCing, if you want to be a painter, podcasting, it's just different. There's like a group for everybody. So whatever you into, it's like a group for you. And I just like that it's a melting pot and everybody's, even though it's like separated, it's like one big group, if that makes sense. Yeah, compared to what I'm used to.
It makes sense.
Back home.
What's been, I mean, you already spoke to you like that, but like as far as like being outside and like the things you've done in San Diego, what's been your favorite thing about like living in San Diego? As far as like being outside, like going to do things.
Oh, well, as of lately, I've been chilling. Really, I ain't really done much. Like being in the entertainment world, you kind of get tired of going out.
I feel it.
You kind of.
You ain't done no like you ain't hit like a beach, like you ain't done no kayaking, like did a hike, like nothing like
skydiving
here in San Diego.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
How was that?
It was cool.
I still ain't been skydiving.
It's expensive as hell, but it's worth it. I'll say this: don't drink at all the night before. So they tell you don't drink, but I had a little bit. So I had like a little bit of.
What's a little bit though?
Enough where I woke up the next day, I'm like, you know how you got a smidge of a hangover, but it's not really affecting you, you know?
Okay.
Boy, that air sickness hit different.
Okay.
It's the air sickness. So that alcohol, whatever it does, it makes that air sickness like 1,000 times worse. So basically, like, I did the skydive, everything was all good. Got the pictures and the videos. I get in the car, and that shit was like a bus. I got sick, like nauseous. And I was nauseous for like, I had to go lay down. I was nauseous for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah?
Because that air sickness.
And like, this is before jumping out the plane?
No, this was after.
Okay.
So I got nauseous and sick after we jumped, and I got in the car and I was on the way home.
Okay.
And I had to go home and lay down.
So it didn't affect your experience then? Okay, good.
No,
okay, good.
Afterwards, I was like, I see why they say don't drink.
I feel it. I feel it. What you been on, man? How's your weekend been? How's your summer been? Like, what you been on, bro?
Bro, just grinding.
I feel like I know a little bit of it, but you know, you on a pod, we gotta let the people know. You know what I mean?
Well, nursing school. That's the big thing. Spent a lot of time doing that. MCing, hosting events, trying to get my name out there.
100%.
Photography. I really had to restructure the photography, as you know, we talked about. Really just finding my community, the clients that I want to work with. And that's been pretty much it. It's been rinse and repeat. That's pretty much been my summer. And then what was it? You said my weekend? Weekend was chill. We went to Soul Sunday.
I was about to say, we linked up at Soul Sunday.
Soul Sunday, I ain't gonna lie, that was like my third time going. That was like the best time.
I think that was my second time seeing you there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I went dolo. It was a good time. You, Speaker Box. I can't remember the singer's name, but man, both from the South.
Well, no, Bunny.
Oh, she wasn't?
Bunny's from San Diego.
Oh, that's right, because she said her mama...
The headliner.
Her headliner,
yes.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, her mama drove.
Bunny from here, though.
Okay.
Bunny from here, yeah.
Well, shout out to...
Vocal Bunny on Instagram, but I believe she goes by Bunny. Yeah.
Okay, well, shout out
to the headliner. She killed it. And the girl before, it was... Sanae.
I don't know.
Exactly, but and me and her even like we talked a little bit in the DMs either yesterday or today, because I posted some of her, you know, when she was performing on it. Man, this to what you just saying right now. This past Soul Sunday, was a great one. It was a great one, bro.
That honestly, like, it was, the energy was good. Like I said, you had Birdie. Shout out to Birdie Bird. He was on there on the ones and twos. Speaker Box went up there and did his thing, and just like I said, it was just a good energy. Like, it was all good. And for me, that was something. Because if you know, I ain't been to court. That was the first time I've been to courtyard in like almost a year.
Oh, okay.
It's been almost a year.
I know I've been that long. Okay.
Yeah, it's been like that long.
I figured it'd been a minute. I know I've been that long.
Well, it ain't exactly been a year, but to go back, because you know, you like, how you gonna respond? You ain't been somewhere in so long. You like, how you gonna feel? And then you go and it's like, you know, so it was a good time though. It was definitely a good time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm on record. We got a lot of dope events here in San Diego.
Yeah.
The SD Melanin. I'ma forget all of them, so I'm not even gonna run down the whole list.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to High Def. High Definition.
Yep. And that's why I stopped, because I was like, I'm not gonna think of everything, and I'm gonna forget.
No, that's fair. Because honestly, I'm gonna be like, I got mine Downtown Underground, which restructuring that, but that's the one thing about San Diego that I don't like. There's too many entertainment groups, and I say that because San Diego, everybody kind of goes to the same place. If you notice. And all these like more and more entertainment groups keep popping up, and they'll just all go to the same place. Like, somebody will find a spot, and then like everybody will go to that spot and host an event, to the point where like nobody wants to go there again. And then they just find another spot, and then another entertainment group, and it's like, we don't need any more entertainment groups. At this point, we should all just come together and be one big conglomerate. It's too many, because this city, I love this city, but the city is not that big to where we just keep adding more and more entertainment groups. But yeah, because I don't know, every time I turn around, it's a new entertainment group.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I kind of look at it the same way. So like in high school, like, I don't know how it was in Florida, but I was in North County. San Diego County, but I was up in North County when I was in high school, and there was like there was two party crews. I can't remember the name of both of them right now, but there was two party crews that threw like whatever party you wanted to be to, these two crews was throwing the parties. And I was about to say I felt like, but I know that other people seen that and was like, oh, they throwing a party, they got it lit, they making a little bit of money. I could do that. I could throw a party. I got a lot of friends, and people just want to party. So when they see it's a party going on, they're going to pull up. But it's when you get to the party and the party's not fun, and it's like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. I'm going to go back to the party that I'm used to, because I know they know how to keep it lit. So, yeah, like different entertainment conglomerates or crews, whatever, respectfully to everybody. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but a lot of them are going to be popping up, but the ones that are going to stay and make a mark are the ones that are doing it the best and are doing it the right way. That's why I look at it. And no matter who pops up, if they have an event, I'm going to pull up and show my support. Like, I don't have no biases. Like, I don't like, if it's San Diego, I'm going to be there. I don't have no biases. But I am also, with that, I am also able to acknowledge that some people do it better than others.
Yeah, I agree.
Much better than others sometimes.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So,
and I feel like, from an outsider, some people might not like what I'm about to say, but from an outside perspective, I notice some people like to hype up the party bigger than what it actually is. It doesn't match, like, what you're promoting doesn't match the brand or what you have. Like, that's why I made a point and people was like, bro, you just sound like a hater. I'm like, stop calling the party of the year. The reason I say that, it's not because I don't think your party can't be, but it's February. The year ain't even over yet. If you call your party the party of the year, when I go there, I better be like,
right, yeah.
You can't say it's a movie and it ain't no. It's
right,
it's Tubi.
Right.
This is a two. You know what I mean? Like, let the people speak.
You about to get yourself in trouble, bro. You better be careful now.
No, but what I'm
speaking
saying,
mine now. Speaking mine.
No, but what I'm saying is, and like I said, this ain't a diss to nobody, because I'm not calling nobody out, and I'm not saying specifically. I'm just saying, like, whatever field that you're in, it has to match. Mm-hmm. If I say I'm the greatest photographer in San Diego, my work has to speak for it.
100%.
Like, if you 100%. Say you're the greatest podcaster, because you know what they're going to do. As soon as you say you the greatest, what they going to do? They're going to pull up your IG and be like, no.
Right.
And now your word, it's not credible anymore. So I'm saying, like, if that's how you feel, speak on how you feel, but it has to match. It can't just be, oh, I got the greatest part, or we the littest out here, and then we get there and it's not. You know, that's all I'm saying.
I feel it. So like I told you, I got some topics for you.
Let's go.
Are you still friends with anyone who broke your heart?
Hell no.
No?
No. Last one who played me?
Before we get there, how many times have you had your heart broken?
Legit? I say like twice.
I think that's my answer too.
I say like twice, but
I was about to say one for sure, but I was about to say the other one, the earliest one, it was like on some like early on when I was younger. But like when you in that, you like, even if it's puppy love, you be in love. So it's like,
see, I wasn't in love. I just got played, and I think
if you wasn't in love, then you didn't have your heart broken.
See, no, the second one, I'm gonna tell you this: the second girl that played me, that was my karma. Cause I'm gonna tell you what happened. So when I got to San Diego, I was in the streets.
Oh, this happened here in the town.
This happened in town, but let me tell you what happened. Bro, it was, so I got played. I ain't gonna say heartbroken. I got played. But here's the thing though.
Nah, she broke your heart. Don't back off of it. Don't back off of
crazy? This is what's crazy. And I say it was karma because literally she was everything to me that I had did to. It's literally like I'm looking at myself. Like, she was saying do things, and I'd be like, no, that's what you mean. How you know that? Because that's what I said. And I think, honestly, that was my karma. Because after that whole thing went, that's when I had a reset. And, like, my whole thought process in life, and I went through this whole spiritual change. And I feel like looking back on it, that was part of the spiritual growth that had to take place. Because it's kind of like seeing yourself.
Yeah.
And now you see how you did a lot of these people. And you like, damn, I'm horrible. I mean, I wasn't horrible, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel like you was.
Yeah. And then the first one, that was being young, being a teenager, but yeah, but outside of but as far as like relationship though, like in an actual relationship, no, I ain't never, no.
And then, so into that, like, you're not friends with anybody that broke your heart? No?
No, we don't really talk. I mean, if I see him, it's cool, but it's not like, we not texting, we not hanging out. We not, how's your day? It's like if I see you in the street, I'm not going to be rude. I'm just not, there's nothing to talk about.
Okay. Could you, I guess before I answer, could you be friends with somebody that has broken your heart?
I think time moves on. I mean, we'll be cool, but the past is the past.
Could you be friends with somebody that has broken your heart?
Like friends? Define how, because there's different levels of friends. Like
hey, you define what a friend is. Whatever a friend is to you.
I say we could be cordial. We could be cool, like on if I see you, hey, what's up? But I'm not finna call and text you and hang out and, hey, let's go kick it. But if I see you, I'm a type deal.
I feel it. I think I might be the same with that. As far as like,
cause
actually, no, I think I could be friends with somebody that broke my heart. Cause once, like, I'm the type that, like, once whatever we had is over, and once I move on, like I'm now, like if you broke my heart, like violate, like you cheated on me, like you like blindsided me with something, that's a little different.
Yeah.
That's gonna take me some time to get over. And even after the time, we might still be able to be friends. But as far as just like how else can somebody break your heart other than cheating on you? Right? But like, yeah,
Well, I don't know. You see them little movies, them little love movies.
Talk to me.
You see them little love story movies where like maybe the guy was or the girl, whichever one, they was like in love with the other person, and then they just up and leave. They like, Carol Ann, I gotta go. And Carol Ann's like, take me with you. And he's like, no. Not Carol Ann. Or no, you know what's the saddest? I don't know how true this is because you can't believe everything on the internet. But I seen this story. It was, I don't know if they was Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. One of them, they was Asian. But they was old. I'm talking about like 80, 90 years old. And they was together when they was young. Then he went off to the army. This woman, per Instagram, waited for him her whole life. They reconnected. This man was married, had a family, and she was 80, 90 some years old, single. She was like crying and hitting on him and stuff. I don't know what they were saying because it wasn't, in English, but, and it's Instagram. But I think, you think about those things, like you think about, maybe not in 2025, but think about like in the older times, but there was no cell phones and internets and stuff, and how like, just imagine like the person you love, they like, I'm gonna be back, and you wait.
You just wait.
And you just wait, and life just moving on. You ain't even got none in like 30, 40 years, and now you reconnect. And they done moved on and got a family, and now you out here just dry, about to die, whole life just waiting on somebody. That's depressing.
That absolutely sounds depressing. I don't know if
I got cheated on one time though, but I was more mad because one, I got played, but then I see who she cheated on me with, and I was like, that was it. That was your lifeline. And you know what really made me mad? She told me after we just got done watching Soul Food. I swear, bro, I was mad. I was like, wait, you wait till, because at the time Soul Food was my favorite movie. I'm like, wait, so you gonna tell me after we had done watching Soul Food you cheated on me? Like, you could have told me and we did.
Okay, let me ask you this. How many times have you had your heart broken? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
33.
33. How many times in your 33 years, how many times have you had your heart broken?
Legit. Like, not feeling played, but like legit, I say
like
once.
Heartbroken, because that's the difference.
I say
like somebody
once.
could play you and have you broken up.
I say once.
Okay.
But that was like early 20s, like why I legit was like, damn, because, but looking back on it, I was the one in the delusion. The signs was all there. Like, I'm looking back at it as an older adult. But at the time, I was blind. I was like, I like her, Yeah, so I say once. I say one for sure.
I kind of feel like just once for me, but I'm pretty sure it's been twice. Because I'm a sensitive dude. I'm documented on the podcast.
I mean, that's okay.
I'm a sensitive dude. I think it's been twice for me. Like my nope. Nope, I'm not gonna get into details, but I think it's been twice for me.
I was just gonna ask you like who, but
ask me anything you want. If you ask me, I'll get into details.
Okay, without stepping, would it be your ex-wife or would you say?
Ooh, great question. Yes.
Okay.
So if that was a good question. I'm speaking more than I plan to speak tonight. If I include that, for whatever reason, I didn't consider that heartbreak, and I'm not gonna get into details with that. But I didn't consider that heartbreak. But yeah.
I mean, y'all still cool. So I mean, and a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah.
I know I got homeboys and cousins. They be ready to. Boy, they be like.
Oh yeah, me and my ex-wife are still mad cool.
And that's good.
She was at we saw each other. We spoke at Soul Sunday. Like I you know what I'm saying. And I won't say I bumped into her. Like I knew she was gonna be there. Like I saw her at Soul Sunday, and I bought her a drink. Like I went up to say hi to her. Like. And I don't mean like my heart wasn't broken, but like, I'm just saying like to the fact that me and her are mad cool. But
I respect it.
I hadn't thought, like, honestly, I don't know why, but that's been the most, like, my longest relationship, the most meaningful relationship I've ever been in. So I don't know why I didn't consider that. Probably just trying to like just block it out and just considering how cool me and her still are. But yeah, even in my previous marriage, yeah, my heart was broken in that. And it wasn't like a traditional like cheating situation. But yeah, she broke my heart. I mean, she chose to leave me. She chose to leave me. So yeah, she broke my heart. Yeah, for sure. So if I count that, I don't know why. I don't know if I've chosen to like block that out or not think about it. I don't feel like I'm that type of guy because I deal with my emotions and I go through them.
Maybe just because y'all still cool.
Maybe.
I mean.
That's probably it. But yeah, if I include that, I'll say 3 times. Yeah, I'll say 3 times. Yeah.
I ain't trying to do it.
And I'm saying 3 because I'm counting like my little like high school love that I had. It was puppy love. You know what I'm saying? Because you young and you don't know nothing about life and you just living.
I just forgot about that. Baby.
If I ain't like, I'm including that.
Oh, I wouldn't think about high school because high school was different. That was.
Now I felt like I feel you, but I fell in love with a girl in high school, and even thinking back to it, like what our relationship was and how we related to each other and everything that involved our relationship, it was absolutely just on some puppy love stuff. But I give value to that.
No, that's fair.
Like when you in that, that's what you know, and that's how you feel. Like even if you 16, 17 years old and you don't know nothing about life yet, nothing about paying bills and really living like a real adult life, when you're living that, it feels absolutely real to you.
No, that's true.
And so I include it.
See, my thing in high school was, it wasn't the girl, it was the parents. Growing up in a small, racist town, predominantly white.
What town you grew up in?
Small ass town, Branford, Florida, Suwannee County. Nobody never knows where that is, so I always just say Gainesville, and I say it's 45 minutes away. But like growing up as a biracial child, black mother, white father, there was not. I think the only biracial people in that town at the time was like me, my 2 sisters, maybe like 3 other people. But like liking a girl and she likes you back, but you can't date her because her parents don't approve. That hurts, especially when you.
So the girl wasn't black.
No, because there wasn't like growing up. There wasn't a lot of black. It was mostly white. So you work with what you have, but being told, I can't date you. Yeah, you're a good kid. You make good grades. You don't get in trouble. I can't date you because of the color of your skin. And then on top of that, bro, this is high school. The girl you had to sneak around basically. You sneaking around while everybody else holding hands and doing all the stuff, and to be told, I can't be with you. My parents don't approve. And then to have someone to be told that the parents tell their child, you will be considered tainted if you marry a black man. Bro, this is high school. This ain't grown. This is like psychologically that throws you off because now you looking at it 100%. Like, damn, so I'm not good enough. I mean, psychologically, it does something to you because now you're looking at it like, I really like this girl, or so I think, but I can't be with her because her parents don't approve. And they don't approve because they're saying it's because, one, the color of my skin, and they're doubling down on the fact of, if you stay with a black man, he's going to set you up for failure. So when you 14, 15, 16, you looking at it like, damn, I ain't even started life yet. You already saying I'm setting the girl up for failure. So yeah, I would say that too. I didn't even think about that. But yeah.
That's another thing I really love and really rock with podcasting, because it's like,
you start thinking.
Yeah, it get the wheels spinning. And I like, as far as somebody, like, for somebody that watches a lot of podcasts, like, if I'm not watching, like, one of the old movies, like, or one of the old shows from the 90s, like the Jamie Foxx show or the Wayans Brothers or something, or like a new movie that's popping or something, I'm watching a podcast, and it's the conversation. You know what I mean? And I love where the conversation takes people.
That's true, cause we could. So, my question for you.
Oh, give it to me.
Now we talk about.
Give it to me. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on interracial dating?
Before I answer, I want to ask, what made you answer? What made you ask me that?
Cause I just thought about high school, and then that just made me go down. I just thought, because it just made me go on the topic of interracial dating, because I saw something on TikTok the other day, and it was a topic about the whole interracial dating thing, and it's like two sides to it. You got one side that they go outside their race because they naturally want to go outside their race, and then you have some that go outside their race because either one, they hate their race, or it's some type of negative, I didn't get love, and this, and this. And then you also have the group that, say you got the interracial couple, they just doing their thing. But say like, okay, we use black people. You'll see black people, this is on the internet, not like average people that I know, but like you'll see people on the internet and they just hate it. They're like, oh, he's selling out, or she's selling out, or this, and this. She should have kept it in house. But it's like, why does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Let me say that first, because I'm going to say some things that people may not agree with. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Right.
If you find love, whoever you find love with, I'm happy for you. And at the end of the day, all I want is for people to live a happy life, whatever that looks like for them. As long as they're not harming anyone, whatever a happy life is for you, if you're not harming anybody, I'm happy for you. Live the life that you want to live and be happy. I will say, I like seeing black people. I like seeing black men with black women. I do.
Yeah.
I do. And up until maybe like 3 years ago, I was real adamant, and I feel like I was never judging anyone based on like whatever they wanted to do. It probably came off a little differently because I used to really go hard about like, black men need to be with black women need to be with black men. I used to go hard about that, like, admittedly. I used to go really, really hard about that. And in some ways I still do, because I do still like to see that, but I've cooled off on that because I'm just like, as I've gotten older, I've just been like, bro, like, however and wherever people find love, that's all it's about. So when you find the person that you feel like fits you perfectly, that you can move through life with, and you can build life with this person, and it makes you happy, that's all it's about. That's first and foremost, I'll say that. But I do like to see black men with black women, I do. I like to see black women with black men, I do. But also, like, since my divorce, I have dated women that haven't been black. I have. And I've been happy dating those women. And I've never like denied that fact. Like I've never felt like I couldn't be happy with someone that isn't black. But just my whole thing was like, whoever I'm gonna lock in with is gonna be a black woman. And in a lot of ways, I want to say, I do still feel like that's gonna be. I do still feel that way. Let me just say that. But I like, just to that point, I have since my divorce and been outside dating, I have found happiness spending time with women that haven't been black. And so I'm not so gung-ho as I used to be before. I do also, with that, I do feel like love is a function of priorities and values. And so, you know, if your priorities and your values are if you're a black person, and your priorities and your values are for black people first, then you're more often than not going to end up with a black woman. I'm trying to be fair in my words here, because before, like...
No, I get it.
Because before, I was like, honestly, and just being 100%, I got plenty of, like, my brothers, my cousins, anybody that knows me, they'll tell you, years ago, I was on some, like, no, black people need to be with black people. Like, there's no excuse, there's no nothing, like, black people need to be with black people. And I do still feel like that is beautiful.
Right.
Black people, like black men and women locking in with each other, creating family with each other. I do feel like, and to this day, I'm gonna look in the camera and say it, I feel like there's nothing more beautiful than black men and women choosing to be with each other and building family with each other. There's nothing more beautiful than that. I want to be clear on that. But I will also say that, you know, since divorcing my wife, I've spent time with women that aren't black, and I've enjoyed the time that I spent with those women. You know what I mean? And to, like, I'm not married to any of them. Like, I haven't. One of them, I did think, like, oh, this is probably gonna be my girlfriend. I'll probably lock in with her. Okay. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Did that answer the question?
You took us down. No, the reason I say that is like I said, being biracial, I hear that topic all the time, and my thoughts on it is, like you said, me, I've always looked at it as like who you like, love who you want to love. If you want to stay within your own race, stay within your own race. That's fine. If you want to go outside, go outside. But I've heard or conversated with people. I wanted to go with this person, but somebody said it was their obligation. I love this person, but because it wasn't in my group, I couldn't be with them. I had to go be with this person. I didn't really want to be with them. They was cool. I really love this person, but I'm going to go over here because it fits the narrative. And I always looked at it like, damn, so the person who you really love, you just not going to be with them because they don't fit that narrative. So I just always wondered, because, like, I know that's like a big topic.
And see, that's what I don't like, and that's what I don't align with and never will align with. Like, just, like, if you a black person or Asian or, like, whatever your nationality is, just being with somebody that is your same nationality just because they are your same nationality.
Yeah, I'm like, if you don't love
now, if anybody wants to do that, more power to you. Yeah. Like, if it makes you happy, I'm all about people being happy. But what I'm saying is, being with someone just because they're your race, there needs to be more than that.
Yeah.
Like, now, if you've decided that, listen, I'm a Mexican person, I'm a Hispanic man, and I'm only gonna date Hispanic women. I think that's great. I think that's extremely powerful, actually. But it can't be just that she's Hispanic. She needs to fit into everything that you feel like your mate needs to fit into.
Yeah.
Don't date her just be like if I'm a black man and I'm like, I'm only dating black women, and then I meet a black woman that I think is pretty, but she doesn't fit into all my stuff, that's wrong.
You gonna end up leaving her anyway because she don't.
That's wrong. But with that, if you're a black man and you meet an Asian woman that fits into everything that you would want with your mate, if she checks 6 out of 10 boxes and she's not black, you wouldn't be wrong locking in with her. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because she makes you happy. But with that, if when it like for me, like I would never date a woman that smokes cigarettes. I would never do that. I would never do that.
That's valid.
That's a deal breaker for me. And so with that, if there's a man or a woman that is like, yo, listen, I'm black, I'm Asian, I'm white or whatever, and a big deal breaker for me is you're not the same race as me, I'm not mad at them for that. I'm not. Whether they're white, Asian, Native American, black, whatever they are, if they're saying I'm only dating my race, I admire that. I do. I'm rocking with that and I admire it. And in a lot of ways, I do still feel that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm not as, it's not what it used to be, because before I only, like, it was like any woman I date or talk to or spend any time with is going to be a black woman. I don't feel that way anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't. I'm going to just be completely honest. I don't. I do, in an ideal world, mm-hmm. whoever, like, because I've been married before. Mm. So in an ideal world, I'm not sure if I'll get married again, but in an ideal world, whoever I lock in with, in an ideal world, it would be a black woman. But before, I was like, I'm only, like, whoever I'm locking in with is going to be a black woman. Mm. I don't feel that way anymore.
You know, I asked that because, just out of curiosity. But now I will say this on the interracial dating. What I don't agree with is if people who do decide to interracial date, they put their own race down. Like, we didn't ask you for that. Like, if you go outside and you go date or marry whoever, I don't need to hear about, well, I don't mess with my race because they picked on me when I was in middle school. We don't care. Just be who you want to be with. But yeah. I just asked that because, like I said, I see a lot on the internet. People always, like, what's somebody say?
Before we keep going, I want to say, because I might forget to say it and I don't want to get lost. I'm never rocking with any black man saying that he doesn't date black women. I'm never rocking with that. If you're a black man and you say that you don't choose to date black women, that's never going to be cool with me. I'm going to ask you why and why you feel that way and what your hang up is. Like, that's never cool with me. Like, black women are beautiful. Black women are amazing. They're the top tier for me. And so whenever I meet a black man that says that he doesn't go for black women first, or that he doesn't want to, even if he doesn't go for black women first, if a black man tells me that he doesn't want to date black men, I'm sorry, pause. If a black man tells me that he doesn't want to date black women, I'm like, why? That, like, it's low key an issue for me. It's like what?
Why would it be? Because, I mean, let's just say he has nothing against them. Maybe that's just not his vibe. Like, let's just say that's just not his.
But my question would then go to why? Like, why are black women not your vibe? Like, your mom is black.
What if?
Yeah. If you have sisters, your sisters are black. You got black aunties.
I mean, look at where people. You got to think. Look at where some people are brought up and raised. Like, let's just say. Okay, I'll use myself for an example. Growing up, where I grew up, there wasn't a lot of black people. There was nobody. It was predominantly white. It was a sprinkle of black. So I didn't know anything else till I left home, and you had white, Hispanic, Asian. But at the time, that's all I knew. So what I'm saying is, what if that's all they know? Now, if they get out of that and they can move on, they still like, no, okay. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes people, that's all whatever they know is what they know. I mean.
And I've come across that. And my only, like, listen, your experiences, your life experiences are your life experiences. I I have no argument to that. What you've experienced is what you've experienced. All I would say is, if there's a black man that has a certain perspective on black women, and this is how black women operate, and this, that, and the third, I would only argue that that's the black women that you've come encounter with. That's the black women that you've come encounter with. I've had that. Like, I've a couple friends that I've had heated conversation, like screaming at them, because I love my people. I love black women.
Right.
And so when I have friends, like black men as friends, and they say that they don't date black women, I feel compelled to be like, bro, whatever you feel, that's just your experience. Like, bro, like I've I don't want to say a bunch, because I don't want to make it sound like I'm just out here like that.
I'm gonna get you a T-shirt.
I've dated and come across several black women that don't fit that narrative that you think all black women fit into. And even if I haven't dated them, I have aunties, cousins that are black women that don't fit into this narrative that you think black women fit into.
I see what you're saying.
And so all I would say is, that's been your experience. And if you're so tainted by your experience of black women that you don't want to date black women no more, I guess I can't argue with that. But my only reply to that would be, however you feel about black women, does your mom fit into that? Does your aunties fit into that? Does your sister fit into that? And if not, then why not try to go for someone that mirrors your mom or your sister or whatever the black woman is in your life that is an upstanding woman? Why not try to go for a woman that mirrors that image? Because just like all black men, like no race of people are a monolith. Like I won't say that. Like no race of people are a monolith. So like, however you feel about black women, and that's I've told my friends that choose not to date black women. I'm like, bro, I can't tell you how many, like, I can't even count how many black women I've either come in contact with or spoken to or have dated that are amazing women, that make great money, that got their own spot, that do well for themselves, that got their head on straight. Even if they don't have all of those things for themselves, they have a few of those qualities, and they don't fit into the narrative that you think that fits all of black women. And so, even like my thing has been to some of my friends, even if you don't choose to date black women, my goal is to change your perspective of how you look at black women. Even if you never,
I get what you're
even
saying.
if you never decide to date a black woman, how you think and feel about black women, my goal is to change that.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. No,
whatever you think and feel about black women, all black women don't fit into that narrative. Just like, and then I'll say to them, like, bro, do you not understand that when police are outside, they feel a way about black men? And if you don't fit into that narrative, just because you're black, they'll see you on the street and attach you to that narrative. And if they came and spoke to you on the street, you'd be like, whoa, I have a degree. I have my own business. I take care of my kids. Like, I'm an upstanding guy. So I'm not what you think about black men. I'm not that. So you could also attach that to black women. However you feel about black women, or they're where I don't feel this way, but I know some people do. However you feel about black women, like, or they're loud, or they don't listen, or they're not, they're combative, or they don't like, however you feel about black women, that may be true about some of them, but that's not true about everybody. Just like it's not true about all black men when you go outside. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the message I just be trying to preach. I love black women.
I can tell. You said black women, like, we should pull the shot.
I'm with my sisters, bro. I'm with my sisters all day,
I get it. I respect it, man.
I've grown up as a black man. I've grown up as a black person. I don't have any sisters. I have an older and a younger brother, but I have cousins. I have aunties that I have seen do amazing things, and even before them doing amazing things, I don't even put it on that, because it's not like a black woman has to go do amazing things for them to be accepted. Even if they never went off and did amazing things, I have black women in my life that since they've been born, they've been upstanding people. They've been great women that if someone chose them as a wife, they'd be a great wife without a college degree, without any of the great things that they've gone on to do. But then you put that on top of them being great women, and now they have college degrees. Now they've started business. Now they've done all these amazing things. It's like, how could you ever look at a black woman, all black women, in this negative light when black women are like the epitome of this country? Like, they go off and get degrees, they start businesses. It's like, how could you ever look at a black woman that way?
Like, if you pay attention to like the TikToks and the Instagrams, that's what they push. The negative, loud, bonnets, ghetto. Not all black women are like that.
Not even close.
But I will say, if you go on the internet, that's what gets pushed. But I will say, I don't think you should. You shouldn't categorize everybody into one. It should be on an individual basis.
1,000%.
And I do agree with that. I think some people, they put everybody in one little box and they say everybody's the same. Mm-hmm. And I don't agree with that. And you know what I'm saying? I ask these questions because being a biracial person myself, because I've gotten the question, what are you black, white, what you rocking with? And I've always been, I like who like me, but I also like the person. Because who I'm going to choose? I got both. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to rock with the person because you got to fit my vibe. And I think that's the biggest thing. So anybody out there, if you looking, get you somebody that matches your vibe.
So another topic I have for you. I seen a story of a 25-year-old dude. He was I'll give you the story first. A man that was 25 years old re-enrolled in high school to play basketball, to try to get like film and try to get this thing together so he can go and play like on another level of high school basketball. And so when I looked more into the story, he was a kid when he was playing high school basketball, when he was in high school.
Okay. He
was really talented, and a lot of people felt like he could be one of them ones, but his attitude got in the way, and he didn't do all the stuff right. And then he was living in Texas.
Okay.
The hurricane hit, and he did his research, and he found that like if you're a hurricane relief victim, you can enroll in any high school with no transcripts, no questions asked. So he went and enrolled, and that's was a mistake he made. He went and enrolled in a high school in his town and started killing. Before you answer, I was somebody that, like, I had puberty mad late. I had puberty like the summer before my junior year of high school. Mm-hmm. Like, I was a late bloomer. And I remember being 18 and 19, because I graduated high school when I was 17.
Okay.
And I remember being 18 and 19, being in pickup games against grown men, and like finally like getting past niggas and doing my thing on the court. And I remember thinking like, this is probably how my classmates felt junior, senior year of high school. Like they finally, like, they're a little faster, they're a little stronger, they're a little like, I remember thinking this is probably how people felt junior, senior year of high school. And so I would have never done that. I'll be fully honest. I did think like, I mean, at this point, like I'm bald now, like I got a beard, like there's no way I could do it now. But like out of high school, I was like, I'm 19. I still look like I'm like 16. I could go running back but of course I would never do it. But I did have those thoughts. What's your thoughts on that?
First off, he was 25 when he re-enrolled.
25.
And he did it in his town. Man, I know somebody was like, I know your big ass ain't supposed to be here. Because first off, 25, I'd have to see what he looked like. I'm like, at that point, just go Go to a junior college. You go to high school. Ain't nobody think about you. Because you know, I don't know the whole draft process, but people going to ask about you. They going to figure out your age. This sounds like a Florida story. I ain't going to lie. When you first told me about this, because being from Florida,
he might be
being
from Florida.
from Florida, everybody knows we always got the wild Florida
I think it was
man.
Florida.
Florida man
see.
wrestles at
Keep
Alligator.
talking, let me find it.
Florida, it's always something in my state. I will say that. We always doing some crazy stuff. What did you hear about the story about, not to go off that topic, but you heard about the story about all the people that got fake degrees, like nursing degrees, and was like practicing nursing?
Nah.
But they didn't have the real degrees, but they got jobs. And I told you, Florida, that's my state.
I seen a dude, it was years ago, I think we spoke about it on the podcast before. It was a dude that was, he was supposed like as a gynecologist, or he was doing something.
I think I remember that one.
But he got a bunch of stuff off. They made hella money.
See,
before
that's
he got jammed up.
but going back to the 25-year-old, at that point, why you going back to high school to play with these little kids? You 25. You like, but now I will say, a lot of these high schools, they look like us. Be 6'5". I seen one little boy, he had more facial hair than I did. And I was like, they definitely on that juice. Because I was like, ain't no way, bro. So.
But yeah, I saw that and I was just like.
25. So my question is, so he enrolled in the high school. So what, he was taking classes and stuff? So he was like Billy Madison or whatever. He was just big ass, just walking around.
But that's the thing about him. Like, you got to think, like, when you play, like when I was in high school, I had a 6'6" dude on my team. He was 6'6".
That's fair. I got a cousin from Florida. He played.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at him, it wasn't like I got a full beard. Like, he had like mustache and little, you know what I'm saying, little chin hair. He didn't he looked a little older. But you got to think, like, when you're in high school, you're not thinking somebody coming to your, like, you're not thinking some grown man is joining your team. And
that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Especially.
And it was even like when they did the investigation, it was one dude that was like, yo, when I first met him and spoke to him, I was like, yo, his voice is mad deep. Like, but he also said, he was like, but I mean, like, we in high school, like, some people come here, like, they look and seem a little older, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I've been like, we going to the club. Let's go to the club real quick. Like, we going to the club.
And
nah,
see,
you know what's crazy?
If I'm not mistaken, what got him jammed up, there was the report was that his former coach saw him playing in a game and was like, yo, he used to play for me. But then when they talked to the dude, he was like, nah, my old coach was never at a game. But he said when he was playing in one of his high school games, a coach pulled him to the side at halftime and was like, hey, yo, what's your name? Did you used to play it? He was like, nah, I never played there, da-da-da-da. But he said the coach, like, had him there and talked to him for, like, a good 20, 25 minutes.
Man, I got interrogated.
And he said that's what it was. He said the coach was like, the coach asked me so many questions and he did his digging and he was never able to prove it, but he was like, I think it was that ref that spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? So
that man was like, you ain't finna get the championship on us. Hell no. You finna, nope.
And just me, like, filming, you know what I mean, like, you know, being who I am in the city, filming so much high school basketball, I thought about that, like how big of a story that would be.
That would be crazy.
Man.
You go viral. You go San Diego viral. Shoot, you go California viral.
And I thought about, like, how I would cover it and what I would say about it.
That'd be crazy. You know, that is true, though. Well, I got a little cousin. However tall Kevin Garnett is, he's his same height. He's 16. He ranked in Florida. I don't know
About
what.
6'10", 6'11".
He's somewhere close to it. That boy tall. Shout out to my cousin, Chris Washington. But, no, what's crazy is, I think he a senior. I don't know if he a senior or a junior, but, bro, he tall. He lanky as hell. But I could see, like, now, if this 25-year-old, if he was lanky, no facial hair, maybe. But I'm like, at that point, you got to play the part. You got to bring your voice like Michael Jackson. You can't come in there like, what's up? Like, I just wish I could have been in a room to see that. Like,
And see all of the reports, like, and even like he did like like after he got discovered, like after he got jammed up and was like, oh no, he's 25 playing high school basketball. He went and did interviews, and everybody's asking like, bro, like, what was your goal? He was like, bro, I was just trying to get some film so I can go overseas. Because at that point he already had a daughter. He already had a kid. I don't know if it was a son or a daughter. I believe it was a daughter, but he already had a kid. And his whole thing was like, bro, I was just trying to get some film so I can go overseas and play pro and make some money for my family, but I was trying to feed my daughter.
That's wild, because that man could have went to Planet Fitness, put the camera up, made a TikTok, because that's what...
Well, see, that's different, though. And see, and respectfully, I think that's just from, like, you not understanding, like, how, like, the recruitment and how everything works. Because you can't just go to 24 or LA Fitness,
like, you gotta,
and just show that you killing niggas and go show this to an agent and some overseas team and be like, yo, look what I could do.
But I'm saying, like...
Because they'll be like, bro, like, you had 24-hour fitness against some niggas that you playing against. The same argument they make against, like, the dudes that plays in the 70s and the 60s. Like, bro, like, you was playing against, like, plumbers and electricians. Like, it'd be the same argument.
I would say
it's like, bro, you playing against people that don't take basketball serious for a living. So he felt like, I gotta go to high school and play against some of these kids that are gonna be in college next year.
Man, he could have just went to a college and played on practice. So
I agree.
They got all these different leagues. They got, well.
So you got no sympathy for it.
Hell no, you 25 years old, you a grown ass man playing with some teenagers. You don't get no points for that. You dunking, you supposed to dunk.
Right.
I dropped 40. Yeah, you should drop 40. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, if I was him, I would have, like I said, looked at community colleges, travel team. What's that league? Your homeboy,
the TBL.
Don.
The TBL.
I don't know if they got to run that, but I'm like, you could have did.
Sure they do.
You could have did that. Because you gonna look crazy as hell. Like I say, you pull a report. Hold on, this man 25. This man can drink and do all that. Hell no. Yeah, that's wild, bro. And
a lot of people was applauding him for. I don't want to say applauding him, but just like, because in his interviews he was like real charismatic. He was funny, and so like, people was like, oh, he was just trying to do whatever he was doing, da 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 da. But then it got like. The thing that really like messed him up was a report came out that he was like dating a girl that he met at the high school.
Lord,
and I think she was like 15 and he was 25.
Lord. Oh Lord.
So that's really jammed him up. That's what made me have like, because at first when I first heard the story, honestly, I was like, he shouldn't have done that. But just like after seeing him and all that, I was like, bro, what he did was wrong, but he's not a bad guy. Like he's not a bad guy. He just tried to trick the system so he could go overseas and do whatever he needed to do. Like, he shouldn't have done it. It was wrong. And I would never tell anybody to do it. But I was like, he's not a bad guy. And then when I seen the story about him potentially dating this girl in high school, and then the girl said, like, we never had any sex. Like, we kissed a couple times, and even that is wrong. You 25, she 15, that's wrong. That's wroong. That is wrong. That should not have happened. If I had a daughter that was 15, I found out she was kissing some nigga that was 25, I want to beat the 25-year-old nigga up.
First off, this man went into full character mode. I'm like, boy.
But no, that was the thing. They said, like, all our parts, he was like, after school, like, nobody could find this nigga after school. After practice, he was like, I'm here to go to school, like, be in the classes I need to be in. And he didn't even say he was ditching school a lot too. It was like he was here to like take his classes, go to practice, and leave. Like he wasn't hanging out on campus.
Okay.
So what's the difference between selfish and inconsiderate? Because I asked that because anybody can be inconsiderate, like, accidentally. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you could be selfish accidentally too, but I feel like selfish is more of like, you could really feel more, like you could have more emotions about somebody being selfish. Like when somebody is selfish, you can be like, damn, like what you just did was mad selfish. Like, you was only thinking about you. But inconsiderate, you might have those same emotions initially, but after like you think about it a little bit more, you'll be like, well, it wasn't really necessary. My opinion. I might be sharing too much before you give your opinion.
No.
But in my opinion, I felt like it's like you could do something that doesn't really consider other people, which could be considered selfish, but it may not be selfish. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
When I think inconsiderate, and they kind of sound the same to me, honestly, selfish and inconsiderate. Well, because when I think selfish...
And is there a difference?
Well, when I think selfish, I think all about me. So we'll use the events. I've worked with people that all they care about is themselves, being in the face, letting the people know this is mine. I'm gonna bring all these people on, MC, DJ, whatever it is, but I'm gonna let it be known this is mine. They not gonna get no credit. And anything that they do outside of this is because of me. Because I gave my opportunity, and I feel like that's selfish. Like you're finding a way to make it about you. It's like you give people an opportunity, but you gotta let it be known you gave them an opportunity. So before, like, say, like, for me, like, there's people that have given me opportunities in this MC line that I'm always gonna shout out, but then there's some that I'm never gonna give them the credit because, well, one, they didn't want me there in the first place. They kind of just dealt with me by default, but it was, you're only who you are because I put you there. That's not really the case, but that's how they gonna paint it. Inconsiderate,
Do you think? I was about to say, do you think there's a difference? But there is. But how much of a difference do you think it is between being inconsiderate and being selfish?
I think inconsiderate is more minor. When I think inconsiderate, I think of something as simple as walking through a door, or like if you walking behind me and I just let the door close on you. That's inconsiderate. Selfish is more like we both photographers and say somebody, hey, I need you to do this event. I can't make it, but I'm not going to call you because selfishly, I don't want you to get your foot in the door because now that's going to X me out permanently. I'm not going to call Flix because Flix going to show me up. So selfishly, I'm not going to let him get this opportunity. I can't get the opportunity because I'm busy, but I'm not going to give it to him because he's not finna outshine me. That's what I think more of, like, on the selfish level. Inconsiderate, I think more of a minor, like, on a small scale. Or maybe something like, I'm drinking water and I don't offer you none. Something like that. Or, but then you could say selfish too, where kind of feel like they go hand in hand. Because then it could be selfish of me not to offer you no water when I got water. It's like...
I've been thinking about the reason why I wanted to talk about it on the pod. I've been thinking about it over the last couple of weeks. In a few different settings. Whether it's like in a dating setting. Excuse me. Whether it's in a dating setting or like business or like professional or like what it is. And at first when I was thinking about it, I was like, I think it may vary depending on the setting. Like whether it's like a dating situation or like a... But no, I think just... I think if you're inconsiderate, you're a little bit selfish.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, not intentionally selfish. There's some people that are just like I don't care. Like, it's just, Like,
Some people don't know.
I don't care how this make you feel or what you think about it. Like, this is how I'm moving, and how everybody feel about it, this whatever. That's selfish. But like to just do something and just like, this is what I want to do in this moment. Not thinking about how it's going to affect other people. That's inconsiderate.
So inconsiderate.
If you think about how it's going to affect other people and you just don't care,
that's selfish.
then that's selfish. But if you just do something and you're just so, whatever the emotion is, whether you're just so happy or this is just so normal to you, or you're just so excited or happy or whatever it is about this situation that causes you not to think about other things, then that's inconsiderate. But we could also attach selfish to that because you didn't think about anybody else. But I also think that's a little bit unfair to attach selfish to that because this person didn't think about nobody else. They just thought about themselves. But then if you, depending on who you ask, because you didn't consider anybody else, that makes you selfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just for me, how I think about it. When you go into this situation and whatever it is, whether it's a business situation or personal, whether it's like, you know, you dating somebody and you got a friend and whatever it is, like, if you just move through that situation just thinking about your feelings and how it's going to benefit or what's the opposite of benefit? How it's going to like mess you, I don't know what the word is, but whether it's going to benefit or deter you without thinking about anybody else, I feel like that's selfish. You know what I mean?
I think sometimes you gotta be.
It's tricky.
Yeah, because I think sometimes
there's so many situations where you have to be selfish.
And I think too, you gotta look at, because you know what's crazy? There'll be some times where you need to be selfish in life. Not inconsiderate. That's the one thing. Inconsiderate, you should never be inconsiderate. Selfish, sometimes you gotta be selfish. I think in certain things. So, for example, say like.
Before you keep going, I guess maybe I shouldn't cut you off, but I guess I was like kind of in this conversation what I was trying to get to the bottom of, because you said sometimes you got to be inconsiderate, and sometimes you got to be selfish. Like,
I feel like you don't have to be. I feel like you should never be inconsiderate.
Okay.
Selfish.
I'm listening. Sometimes
you got to be selfish. Like. Say you with a group of friends and, okay, we'll just say the MCing, I'm over here and things are not moving how I want to move. I'm moving with certain people, they're good people, but it's not taking me to where I need to go. So I'm going to pull myself back and go off and do my own thing. They might look at it like he being selfish right now, but I'm looking at it like I'm doing this because what I'm doing with you isn't working anymore. I've tried to play the nice guy. I've tried to be the fair. I've tried to ride this roller coaster with you. But at the end of the day, this isn't going to get me nowhere. So selfishly, I might be looked at selfishly like, oh, he's going to go off and go do his own thing. But I did it with the intention because I knew it was going to take me to another level or it was going to better me. So I didn't do it because I don't mind sharing the spotlight, but I also know this isn't going to get me. I'm going to be stagnant. Like if I stay in this spot right here, I'm never going to grow. I'm just going to stay here and just keep existing, and then I'm going to be like the 25-year-old back in high school trying to play basketball. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to, y'all don't be the 25-year-old. You can't be the 25-year-old playing bad, like, coach, put me in. Like, you and the coach, y'all both going to the club together. Like, But I'm just saying, like, sometimes you have to be selfish in life. Like, I hear people say this, and it's a pet peeve. I hate when people say, I give my all to everybody and I don't get nothing in return. Well, stop giving everything to everybody. You got to draw that line. You got to have boundaries. But unfortunately, when you put boundaries on people, they label you selfish. When in reality, I'm protecting my peace, my health, my state of mind, because y'all is not finna drag me into the ground. Because a lot of people, they'll manipulate. Ooh, I feel like got the spirit. Nah, a lot of people, they'll manipulate you. You say, I want to go over here. Oh, they'll throw them little words and little tidbits. You don't care about us. You think you better than us. And it's like, no, I'm none of that. But I also got to keep it real with myself. And I think a lot of times the word selfish is used as a manipulation tactic. Whereas inconsiderate, that's minor, that's petty. But like when you get to selfish, it depends, like you say, it depends on the situation. But I also think, like I say, you have to be selfish at times. Like you have to be, because if it's like if I got $20, well, let's say I got $1,000. Rent ain't even that cheap around here, but let's just say rent was $1,000. And somebody called me and said, I'm trying to tell you, I moved here. I should have went, boy, how'd I end up here? I think it's number 3, number 2?
It's up there.
It's up there, top 5. But anyway, if I got $1,000 in my pocket and my cousin called me, he need $1,000. Now, if he's not dying, and I'm talking about if he not, somebody got a gun to it, whatever the case, I'm gonna go pay that rent. Sorry, cuz. Because I gotta live somewhere. He might look at me like you selfish as hell, but I had to make a decision because it's like, what else I'm gonna do? I don't wanna be homeless. So I feel like sometimes you have to be selfish. People may not like it, but sometimes you got to, because them same people, you've probably seen it, because I've seen it. How many times have you helped somebody, and then when it's time for you to get some help, oh no, I ain't got it. You tripping.
I can't count how many times that's.
But I'm just saying, like, you mad about that money, man, I'm gonna pay you money. It's like, bro, I need this money back because I really need the money back. One, it's my money, but I need the money because I need it. And people like, nah, bro, you tripping, bro. You got all that money, you got the jewelry, man. You just, man, always in the club. And it's like, bro. So, yeah, I think selfish can go both ways. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. You don't have to be selfish. It's good to think about others, but at the end of the day, when I go to sleep at night, it's just me and my little Dotson. I got a little Dotson. His name is Slim. Me and my little dog is the only people I have to worry about. Like I can help you as best I can, but I might not be able to. If you want to call that selfish, then it is what it is. But it's your priorities. So, yeah.
I've been, the reason I wanted to ask, and it's something that I've had written down for probably been like 3 or 4 weeks. But I was like, I don't know how I want to approach it, because like, being selfish or inconsiderate, like, I kind of feel like they could be hand in hand. But like, I think you could be inconsiderate without being selfish. And then sometimes I think you can be selfish without being inconsiderate. Well, I think it's a little bit harder to be selfish without being inconsiderate. But I do think you could be inconsiderate without being selfish and not be necessarily taken the wrong way.
I mean, I've been inconsiderate on accident before and not know it. Like,
No, but I think, what I'm saying is, I think sometimes, a lot of times, it's okay to be, I feel like a lot of times you could be inconsiderate without it being able to be taken as selfish. It's like this is like,
yeah, because I feel like
this is my moment. This is what I'm doing. This is like yeah, I didn't Yeah, I was inconsiderate. I didn't consider you, but that doesn't mean I'm being self. Okay, like for example, like when we filming episode was 96 right now, 95, 96. When my 100th episode comes, like I'm gonna do a live show for my 100th episode, and on that day, there are gonna be some people that feel like I didn't consider them.
What, you talking about to be on the podcast or like
Whatever it is, whether I didn't, I'm gonna try my best to invite as many people as I feel like love me and that love the podcast and I want to be here. But whoever I invite, they could feel like I didn't consider them or I was inconsiderate and not invited them. You know what I mean? In that moment, I could be like, well, my nigga, this is my 100th episode. And whoever I thought about is who I thought about. And yeah, you can feel like I didn't consider you. But it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like today, like, so what I'm saying is, for using that example, my 100th episode as the example. When that day comes, and more than likely it's going to be September 5th, I put it right, pulls up.
what day is that?
We're going to have a good time that day.
What day is that?
It's a Friday.
I should be good. Well, it'll be at night though, right?
Yeah, it'll be at night.
What time?
About like 7:30.
Oh yeah, I'll be straight. I'll be straight.
And so like on that day, and this will be the last time we're finna get out of here. On that day, there could be some people that feel like I should have invited them or had them in a certain seat, or I should have done this or that for them or this and that. But it's like, and it may be true. And it may be true.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that I didn't consider you. Right? And that would lend to being inconsiderate. If I didn't consider you, that would lend to me being inconsiderate. But selfishly, on that day, do I really have to consider you? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like how do you play with that? Like how do you like selfish like how do you play with that? You know what I mean?
Or I mean, you just
honestly, like we finna get out of here. I feel like I didn't like effectively tackle that topic because I wanted to like find some resolution on that. But that's how I feel about it. It's like,
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, bro, just, you know, rock with who you rock with, and it is what it is. I mean, if it's really a conversation, it'll be a conversation. I mean, like, or it may not. I mean, and then sometimes things just open for themselves. Like, I say, like, there's been times where I thought, like, people will tell me, bro, you a dope-ass photographer. They'll never book me. They always book somebody else. Or I want to work with you as an MC. We gonna work. And they never book me as an MC. They never want to work with me. Well, they say they want to work, but they never work. They never book me. Photography, they never book me. They always booking somebody else. So I'm always looking at it like from the sidelines, I'm looking at it like, why you keep telling me you want to work with me, but you don't ever want to work with me? But on the flip side, it's like, you know what? I don't know what you got going on with this person. You might want to work with me because I'm better, but you might have this person on contract. Or this might be somebody you don't know how to cut ties because I understand the loyalty. Because just imagine, I walk in, like, you've been doing something for so long, like you do the basketball, and then I come in and start doing the basketball, and now I'm just rocking and rolling. Well, now people gotta make a decision. Do they keep or do they go with the new? You see what I'm saying? So I look at things like in the perspective of just kind of take a step back, read the room. Maybe it was inconsiderate. Maybe it was. Then two, maybe he just couldn't. Maybe his hands were tied. Or maybe he remembered something I told him about my schedule, and we never brought it up again. Like I told him, I'm always busy on Saturdays. and I'm not busy anymore, but in his mind, he's still thinking I'm busy on Saturdays, so he don't ever. I'm cool. Dude, cool.
I think it's a good point to leave it. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta have you back, bro. It's a lot I want to talk to you about.
Bro, I'm here, bro. Like I said, man, we could talk about a lot of stuff. Like,
And I know, I don't know if I probably won't leave this part in just based on how things rock. But it, like, just based on like our friendship and just how things been, I was like, I think I want bro to be my co-host on the show, man.
bro,
I don't know if you have the freedom to do that.
I do. I mean, really, like I say, it just always goes back to just the different topics that we can and can't talk about. But like,
We can figure that out.
I mean, honestly, bro, like my September, or as I know, as of starting.
Before you answer that, for me, this show is gonna be weekly and it's never gonna stop.
Well, I'm a pop. I don't have nothing going on. As long as I don't have a clinical on a Tuesday night.
It's like as long as I don't have it, my thing, weekly. We in here every week and rocking. And again, I just sprung this on you right now, so there ain't nothing you gotta figure out right now. But just
Well, I'll say if I can't.
before, like knowing I was gonna have you on this week because we planned this out days prior. And I was just thinking, like, granted, I never had you on the show before. I was like, if I have bro on the show and it go good, I might have to have him on again before I figure it out. But I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I pull up, bro. I pull up whenever I can, and if I can, I'll let you know in advance. Cause I mean, I like doing stuff like this. I feel like too, for me personally, doing it on a podcast and talking to somebody, it sounds better than me getting on Instagram and pointing that thing. Cause boy, I be ready to let it fly. Hey, bro, I be ready to let that shit fly. And then I be looking at it, I be like, let me delete it. That sound crazy as hell. Cause then people be like, what you talking about? Chill out. Cause how I felt at 11 p.m., that's not how I felt at 8 a.m. the next day.
we were talking to the backyard boogie. I was like, yo, somebody hurt, bro.
Bro, I was like,
up on the ground.
bro, I was because like, and that's why, like I said, I got away from everything and everybody. And I could really, like, it only took a week. Like, this whole week, I've been by myself. You saw me on Sunday, but outside of that, I've been in the house. But I can say that we were secluded. Bro, this was the most peaceful I've ever been. Like, I literally could sit in my own thoughts and not like meditate. I'm literally like sitting in my own thoughts and then like, you call it spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. Like, I can hear the message of this keeps happening to you because you haven't addressed it yet. You keep